everybody, and welcome to the Half Baked Halftime Show. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Yusei, and alongside me, I got Juice Robinson's biggest fan.
Man, fuck Juice Robinson.
So one time long ago, Hunter got snubbed by Juice Robinson, of all people to get snubbed by.
I looked up to the dude. I'm like, oh, this dude's cool. Let me go ask him for an autograph and some merch. He's like,
Yeah,
yeah, just hold on a minute. I'm like, okay. And then he gets swarmed by a shit ton of people. I just look over at him. He just like looks at me like, I'm like, okay, I see how it is. I'm gonna go see Colt Cabana instead.
you looked like I looked last Sunday when the Packers got beat. You just looked lost and confused and questioned life like I did. So
Poor Packers. That have they not been in the NFC Championship the past 4 years?
no, well they were in it last year. I think they've been in it. I think Aaron Rodgers, that was his third or fourth NFC Championship loss.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's like I don't know. That's
it's
like being
heartbreaking.
that's
It's
like
like
being Scottie Pippen and talking about how good you do, but then like Michael Jordan comes along and oh, you know
yeah,
what I did.
there's only three things in life that are certain: death, taxes, and Tom Brady making it to the Super Bowl.
I bet you love that.
I hate it. I'm going to try not to mention his name much more. He's now like
Call him
Voldemort to
TB.
me.
Tom
He's
Brady,
Voldemort. No,
Tampa
I don't
Bay,
even want to. I
tuberculosis.
don't even want to say that. I just want to say this Voldemort. Like I just can't stand the man.
Brady has a good nose. Voldemort didn't have a nose. Brady's
That's
got that
probably
model nose.
he does. That's why he's so like good looking now. He's got all that surgery done.
Oh yeah, he's got that chiseled face going on.
Like you look at him in year 2002 when he won his first Super Bowl until now, he looked like a regular good old Joe. That's you kind of rooted for him back in the day, but then now he has it all. He
I
just
rooted for Matt Cassell.
Oh yeah, I remember when that's the year Tom Brady got hurt.
Yeah.
First game of the season.
Can you imagine if they would have went forward with Cassell?
I'm pretty sure. You know who I think you know who he got injured against? I think it was the Chiefs, if
Oh,
I remember right.
oh. Can you imagine him getting injured and this is like his last game ever?
Did you hear that the Kansas City like haircut person got COVID and he got it in the middle, like he was in the middle of a haircut when he got his results back.
Are you kidding me? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. That's not
So
good. They may have to keep some players out.
no, I think I've already read there's only two people on the COVID list, and as long as they get all these negative tests before the game, they should be able to
Okay.
play.
That's good.
So all right, man. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know if we can legally say Super Bowl. I think it's copyrighted, but
The
it's
mega half cylinder.
it's no, it's a Super Bowl. We are halfback halftime show, so we're allowed to say Super Bowl.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Yo. So, would you do you want to actually do you want to hear? I got 10 things, Hunter, that I would rather watch in the Super Bowl. Even though we all know I'm going to watch the Super Bowl because
10 things?
there's 10 things on TV. I looked at TV
Now,
guide.
I know you're mad because last week it was only like 7 things.
10. Yeah, it was five. These are 10 things actually on TV that night. I looked at TV Guide. I went to TVGuide.com and looked at looked at what was on TV that night, and I picked 10 things. There's a lot more I could have picked, but I decided on 10 things. I didn't include the Puppy Bowl because that's an obvious one. Everybody's gonna be
Okay.
watching that. Like, who
So
does?
this is also alternatives in case it's a blowout.
Yeah, these are also alternates because they're pretty late night. So let's just start off with it. 10 things. We're not paid by any of these TV stations. This is free advertising for them. To our two listeners, we have Hannah and Megan.
We love you guys.
All right. Hoarders on A&E. You know what Hoarders is?
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah,
Is it
I would much rather watch rats and cat shit and people cry over their belongings than to watch Tom Brady throw a Super Bowl or throw another touchdown. Also, Tom Brady is a hoarder of Super Bowls.
He's gonna run out of fingers and just like start.
Yeah, he's just gonna put him on his toes.
He's
I don't even want to
he's
think if he
gonna
gets.
put his. He's gonna get a piercing somewhere with it.
I don't even want to think about that. Number two, the Hobbit movies on AMC, which I've not seen the Hobbit movies, but they're both
I've
super
heard they're good.
boring. They're both probably pretty boring, I'm sure. They're both. I know in Lord of the Rings you got Dobby. He's kind of looks like Tom Brady. Search for his ring. But the Hobbit has dragons. I don't
Hold
think
on,
there's any.
hold on a
There's
second. Did you just say
oh
Dobby was in
Dobby,
the Lord of
not
the
Dobby.
Rings?
Who am I thinking of? Not Dobby. The
Smeagol.
other. Yes, they're both the same thing.
No, you would have really made some people mad with that. We would have lost all 2 listeners.
Oh man, I don't care. It's like Spock's my favorite Star Wars character, so
Oh, there goes one.
but The Hobbit has dragons in it, so it wins. Duck Dynasty. FYI. I mean, they're both Trump supporters probably, but at least Duck Dynasty has beards, so
I think
in
of the two,
Louisiana.
Tom Brady is the only affirmed Trump supporter.
No, I think Phil has like obviously came out. That dude's like pure bred Trump.
I don't know. I've heard they're like actually pretty liberal, and they just grew the beards out for the show.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. I know
Would you
I
grow
know
your beard out for a show?
I don't have yeah, sure, I grow it out for free. Number four, Impractical Jokers on True TV. It's a great show to begin with. And I feel Gronk would be really great on the show because like he's so stupid. He would literally do
That's
anything
that
like
brain
we tell
trauma
him.
he suffered.
That's exactly what I wrote down. I was like, I feel Gronk should be on the show. Dude has taken so many blows to the head. He would say or do anything.
He really would.
Um, Antique Roadshow on PBS. I mean, Tom Brady is basically an antique at this point. So,
You're reaching for the local access shows.
um, your love number six, guys, grocery games.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now
I
see,
mean,
that's better than the Super Bowl. Come on now.
do I need to say more? It's Guy Fieri. That's it. That's all I need to
That's
say.
it. That's all you need.
Number seven, Untold Stories of the ER. That's where I wish Tom Brady is going to be his next time on TV.
He just gets injured the first play of the game, and Danny's like, "Yes, this
Um,
is such good shit."
Bar Rescue on Paramount. John Taffer turning around on bars is way more impressive than Tom Brady turning around the Bucks.
Can you imagine him as a head coach?
Oh my God. I didn't think about that till just now. He would be such a good coach.
Oh, he would, dude. He would be so hard on them motherfuckers.
He would make them cry.
Can you imagine Tom Brady crying, walking out to the field?
Did you hear what Tom Brady like? There was one of his teammates were crying. I think it was like a defensive player, and Tom Brady said, "What the fuck are you crying for? It's not. We're not done yet." I'm like, God, just because not everybody's been to 10 Super Bowls. Tom Brady, let them fucking enjoy the moment.
Yeah, not everybody
You know, he
can
like
wait the
kicked out all
balls.
his. He didn't kick out his family, but he like wanted his whole 12th like big ass house to himself for this week. Like all his family left. He's by himself. Like he needed. That's how like crazy this
He's
dude
just
is.
going room to room doing a bunch of coke.
Yep. Or killing stuff and
And in
sacrificing
the last room,
to
he has a
Satan.
big like pentagram made of cocaine and the blood of the infants.
And that's why he's going to 10 Super Bowls.
That's what it takes, ladies and gentlemen.
Number nine, Family Feud. You know
Who's the
what?
host right now? Is it
Steve
still?
Harvey. Steve
Yeah,
Harvey.
okay, I like him. Yeah.
You know what Family Feud is going to be though. It's when Tom Brady loses and his son won't kiss him. There's definitely going to be a Family Feud in the Brady household. And then everybody hates Chris on Fuse. So Terry Crews. You know
I
he's
think
the
Terry
man.
Crews could beat the shit out of Tom Brady.
He could. What was his name in The Longest Yard? Cheeseburger Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my 10 things I'd rather watch. So what do you think?
I think you just gave these people a lot of viewers that they
I
otherwise
do.
would not have. They're going to look at their numbers, going to be like, "How did this happen?"
Yeah, I know. There's two listeners that tuned in from our show. So, um, yeah, Super Bowl. See, Hunter, we're obviously going to do breaking down the coaches and the QBs, but we have a lot more that the typical Fox and ESPNs won't have. And I think that's what's really going to determine the Super Bowl winner is what we have. We had the secret sauce, as they would say, of who's going to win.
Lay it on me.
Well, I do have one more thing to say though. So in Tom Brady's first season, he won a Super Bowl. It was also the same year, the first year The Bachelor ran. So
Oh no.
I had this theory that once they cancel The Bachelor, Tom Brady's power is just going to run out and he's not going to win anymore. So we really need them to cancel The Bachelor, which I feel is going to happen because Victoria went home this week. Even though Victoria went home this week.
Thank
She didn't know.
God.
No, man, she's queen.
Queen of the shit.
Uh,
I done told you my disgust for her. We can move on.
yeah. Also, I don't think like Facebook or the first iPhone, all that wasn't invented yet. Like that's all when Tom Brady's been in the league. It's kind of crazy.
That was back when you couldn't even tell who the player was by their face. You had to look at the number.
Yeah, it's true. Back in Madden days, it looked like pixelated. All right, so I got a list here of 22 things, and let's break this Super Bowl down like the expert analysts do.
We are the expert analysts. What do you mean?
So, so coaches, you got Bruce Arians versus Andy Reid. Who you giving the edge to?
As far as experience, I'm going Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid and his mustache. He has some special plays in that mustache.
The
Bruce
dude
Arians,
had a bad run with the Eagles. I think he was just dealt a bad
bad,
hand.
bad run. He went to four straight NFC Championship games.
No, but he didn't win a Super Bowl.
That's true. He did get defeated in the Super Bowl though when he was with the Eagles. Who defeated him in that Super Bowl? The
I wonder
Patriots and
who.
Tom Brady. So I think that was like 17 years ago, but I think there's some revenge in store for Brady or for Andy Reid. Bruce Arians is a great coach, but I just think he's not even the coach of that team. Tom Brady's the coach of that team.
Tom Brady's the coach of any team he goes to.
I mean, I don't think he was in New England. You could tell by the play call that it was all Belichick, but that also probably saved Tom Brady's career because Belichick's is like the check downs, not throwing the long ball.
Look, if
Besides that,
Belichick is such a good play caller, what happened with Cam Newton?
I don't think anybody could save Cam Newton. Not even John Taffer could
Dude
save
went
Cam
15
Newton.
and 1 one time. Come on now.
That was one time.
Okay.
I mean, he also didn't go 15 and 1. His team went 15 and 1.
This is true. Well, that's like saying Tom Brady didn't go 15 and 1. The Patriots went 15 and 1.
They did. That's why I hate when Tom Brady gets all the credit. Dude threw three interceptions in the NFC Championship. Yeah, they're all choking on his cock because he got to the Super Bowl. When that defense should be being the one that gets talked about, not Brady.
That's true.
But so let's give Kansas City the edge. So
And as
QB.
far and when I said Andy Reid had a bad hand, I meant the 2012 Eagles. They were shit, and you
Yeah,
can't tell me otherwise.
they were. All right, QB. It's a hard one because do you want to go overall
They're polar opposites as far as like
their play?
yeah.
I mean, one's like a Ferrari, one's like a
I would have to say Brady. Anytime you bet against Brady,
he wins.
yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Brady just for I hate him, but I'm going for overall and playoffs and clutch. But Patrick Mahomes has only lost one playoff game, and it was in overtime to Brady. So I guess for that simple fact, we'll get the edge to Tampa Bay.
Well, also Brady brings that juju magic shit.
Exactly. Running backs. A lot of LSU. Williams, LSU. Clyde, LSU. Fournette, LSU. And then Jones. I don't know where he the fuck he went to school, but
I
it was
I
an
think I would
LSU.
take I would think I would take KC. I like Fournette and Jones, but I think KC uses the running game more.
They and you got yeah. I mean, because you can almost consider Patrick Mahomes a part of that running game too.
Exactly.
So Clyde's was like the rich getting richer when they drafted him. I'm glad he went there. Um, I think they got. Don't they have McCoy too? Or no, it's McCoy on Tampa Bay.
I
Not that it
think he's on
matters.
Tampa Bay.
Let me look.
We're both just typing it in.
Did you find it?
Yeah, he is on the Buccaneers.
All right, but he
He's
doesn't play
only
that
32.
much.
I thought he was older than that.
He plays like he's fucking 40.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving the edge to KC. That's for the
Yeah.
fact I love Claude more than Fournette. Fournette really kind of quit on us at LSU, so still a little salty about that.
I'm salty about the way he did my fantasy team.
You're not. Did you trade Jones or did you get Jones? I can't remember.
I traded I, I traded Jones away to get shit, who did I get? I got someone good, but it ended up not mattering, so let's just move on.
Yeah. All right. Well, at least you were in the playoff talks. I was the bottom of the barrel, so it's all right though. Wide receivers, not tight end. I did a separate one for that. Wide receivers. So you got Hill, you got Watkins, you got Evans, you got Godwin, you got Antonio Brown. I think those are the main receivers. At Hardman, I think you got to give slightly to Tampa Bay.
I would give it to Tampa Bay, but all their wide receivers are just like the same as far
Yeah,
as skill sets.
but you got to. I mean, they're damn good. I mean,
They are.
Scotty Miller. He's
I,
that one
I
that
just
caught.
like that Kansas City, some of them are more route runners and some of them are more speed. With Kansas City, they're all just
If you're putting a foot race, I'm giving Hill the advantage over everybody.
exactly.
But
Hill has got to count for two.
overall talent, I gotta give it to Tampa Bay just slightly. If it
That's only
wasn't for
because if it wasn't for Brown, I was just about to say
yep,
that.
Brown puts him over the edge slightly. So I gotta give the advantage to Tampa Bay. Tight end, I mean, is it even? It's not even close.
Is it
Travis
not
Kelsey, Travis Kelsey is better than all their tight ends combined.
better than Gronk?
Yeah, way better than Gronk.
I don't know. Gronk doesn't feel anything because of those head injuries.
Gronk had like one catch in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, he's saving it all for the Super Bowl. That's what he always does.
He's going to get less than 5 catches in the Super Bowl. Kelsey will get 7 catches plus. You want to make a bet on that?
No, sir.
That's what I thought. It's easy. Kansas City. Um, offensive line. So Brady was sacked 21 times this year. You want to know how many Mahomes was sacked?
Probably a lot less.
22.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So here's the thing. There's two different factors you have going here. Mahomes can get out of the pocket and
I
get
was
away
just
from
about
getting
to say
sacked,
Mahomes is a lot better at getting out of the pocket.
but Brady throws the ball away before he can even get hit most of the time. So it's
Okay.
close. It's
That kind of
close.
makes me wish you had the um roughing the passer fouls to see how many times he got hit after he threw the ball.
I probably could have found that, but it may take me a second. But so I'm not going to. But I
Yeah,
should have said
exactly.
that. Um, but it's close. They're both really good. I feel like you almost want to. Do we want to put a draw on it, or do we want to just pick a winner?
There's no individuals on either one that I would say really make it stand out ahead. So I would just say give it to both.
All right, we'll put even on that one. Defensive line. I gotta give it to Tampa. Sue, Pierre-Paul. They got in Brady's face. They got in Breeze's face. Like,
They do have a good. Well, they only got to Breeze
I
that
think they're
last time.
like
The first
they're
two
only
times, I don't know what we did to them.
I think they're one and they're like first or second. They only allow like 80 some yard rushing yards a game. So I think for that fact of that matter, you gotta give it to Tampa.
Yeah, that's true. I don't see
But
anybody on the KC line that really would give Sue a run for his money.
yeah, I mean, like especially back in the day, like he's like not as great as he was.
Is Tampa
You know,
Bay just full of a bunch of crooks?
yeah, pretty much. I was speaking of that. I saw a funny thing. It was like they want to do a 30 for 30. They don't want to, but everybody wants them to do a 30 for 30 on the 2007 Florida Gators because like 31 players on that team have been arrested.
No, dude, it was more like 70 something.
No, it wasn't 70. It was 31, wasn't it? It was 31. I saw it earlier. I thought 31 is a lot of players.
Oh, that may have been the number of players on the team.
Yeah, it was a number of players on the team, but I think it was like 31 players got arrested.
That's pretty bad.
Also, we forgot about Le'Veon Bell for uh the Chiefs running back. So
He would be about as much of a non-factor as McCoy would, I would say.
I think he's hurt, if I'm not mistaken, or he did get hurt not too long ago. But isn't it crazy that Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell are playing in the Super Bowl
Yeah, it
when they were
really is.
teammates just a couple years ago?
Dude, it's crazy how much like the league has changed in just the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it is. I'm like, dude, I don't even want to think about next year. There's gonna be so many different QB changes. It's gonna be unreal.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
it was 41 of 121 players were arrested.
God.
Third. That's crazy. Like that isn't even like statistically possible, supposedly.
I mean, they did say Jesus hung out with thieves, so it fits. You know, Tebow was the quarterback of that team, so
Well, it's because Tebow just stole the spotlight and everybody couldn't follow that up, so they were just all crooks after that.
yeah. All right, so let's get back to our breakdown. Linebackers. There's one reason why I'm picking Tampa. Devin White. Dude has been unreal these last 2 games in the playoffs.
Anybody
I
that
think he's
can
got
pick off Breeze like that is pretty damn good.
and a fumble recovery in both games
Yeah.
last. So, um, I forgot about DBs. But I'm giving DBs to Kansas City for what reason? Honey Badger.
Honey Badger.
I'm
He's
telling
gonna
you,
blow down before the game and just go in there and wreck shit.
he's gonna. I want him to get a pick six on Brady so bad. Like I want it. Um. So kicker. I don't even know Tampa's kicker. Oh, Ron Suckup or
Oh,
Suckup.
he's decent.
Yeah, but he's no Bucker. You know.
Yeah.
Game on the line. You guys do you do game on the line. You want Ron Suckup or
I
Bucker?
think it's suck up. Like suck up.
Suckup or Bucker? Bucker.
Yeah. I mean
Dude kicked like
Suck
a
up has
50
been with
yarder.
a how many
Go
teams
ahead.
has he been with? He's been there for a
I think
while,
like
huh?
two. No, he just went to Tampa. He was with Tennessee. You're probably thinking of when he was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers have had 9 different kickers since the year 2010.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Oh, he was also a Kansas City. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, he went to Kansas City too.
Because do you know what Madden I played the most of ever was Madden 10 when the Saints won.
Oh yeah, was that the one when Breeze was on the cover?
Yes.
Makes sense. All right. So Kansas City. So right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's about to be 6-4. So I got punters. I even did punters. That's how serious we are about this. So I need you to do me a favor, you and all the listeners at home. I need you to go to Google Images and click Kansas City punter. And look at this dude's hair.
I love it.
That's why he wins. Look at that mullet.
Dude, no one could kick better than that mullet. The mullet could kick the ball.
Bro, the mullet could win the Super Bowl. Like, I would put him as quarterback over Mahomes.
Could you
Like,
throw a
that's how.
touchdown with him on Madden?
If I was playing against a certain someone, yeah. All right. So in the players only part of the game, we have Kansas City with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Tampa has 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6-4 right now. So far, it's looking like Kansas City's going to take it. All right. So if you're wondering what else could we have in store, well, Hunter, I have a lot.
Yeah, like a bunch more.
All right. So history-wise, Kansas City's been like who has a more impressive history? I think it's an obvious one, but I'll give you the stats. So Kansas City has been around for 61 seasons. They are 495 wins, 425 losses, and 12 ties. They are 15 and 19 in the playoffs. They've been to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. Tampa
Pretty
Bay has been
impressive.
around for 45 seasons. They have won 278 games. They have 429 losses and 1 tie. They are 9-9 in the playoffs, and they have won 1 Super Bowl. I mean, Kansas City has
Okay,
been
so
around
look,
for
if you do not factor in the regular season, Tampa Bay is pretty impressive.
yeah. I mean, the Kansas City only has 6 more playoff wins with 16 more seasons.
Let's be
So
real. The regular season does not count. As long as you get enough wins to get in the playoffs, it does not count.
so 16 more seasons, 1 more Super Bowl. Potentially, that could be tied after Sunday.
Exactly.
Only 6 more playoffs also. So are you going?
I'm going Tampa Bay because their one Super Bowl appearance, they've got it. They won.
Yeah, but they're like 200 and plus more wins in the regular season for Kansas City, and that's
Like I said,
16.
the regular season does not matter though.
But in a
You could be
resume,
seven and nine and still
in a
make it in.
resume, it does.
No, it
We're going
does.
overall resumes. Hang on, I'm seeing how many more. Let's see. It's 2017. That's that's like 13 wins a season. So you're going
No,
Tampa Bay.
that's like saying you did the homework really well, but then when it got to the
You failed the
test, you
test.
only got 30 out of 90.
I mean, but that's oh man. We'll
Come on,
get
that's
okay.
a
So
good argument.
I'll give it to Tampa Bay.
I mean, I play Madden franchise all the time, and I go 7-9 and still make it to playoffs. Of course, I'm going to make it to the Super Bowl 7-9.
All right, head to head. Who you think? They've only played 13 times in the history. So who do you think has a head to head advantage? Like who do you think has
Well,
more?
based on the regular season record, I would guess Kansas City.
So they've met 13 times. Tampa Bay has won 7, and Kansas City has won
What?
6. Yeah,
What?
they first met in Halloween in 1976, and Kansas City won the game. And their most recent was this year, and Kansas City won that as well.
What was the score again?
It was like 27 something. I can't remember. I just know like Tyreek Hill went off in that game, and if that happens again, it's not. It was like 17 nothing. I think it was like 24-17 or 27-7. I'm not really sure.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna have to bring their air game.
So so Tampa has a head-to-head advantage. So right now it's 6-6. It's tied up for overall. Didn't think it would be that at
Oh, it's
this,
six
but
six and one because we had a tie.
no, I don't count them tie. I kind of drew that one out since it
Oh,
was it
okay.
both of them got a point. All right. Stadium. You got Raymond James Stadium versus Arrowhead Stadium. Now, if you're strictly going stadiums, Tampa probably has the advantage because they have a pirate ship.
That's true.
But if you're putting fans, Arrowhead's probably one of the loudest in the league.
I was also going to say I think it has a longer tradition
Yeah, it's it's just you don't hear people.
by like almost 3 decades.
You don't hear people saying I want to go to Raymond James to watch the Buccaneers play, but people want to go to Arrowhead
Yeah,
and see the
Arrowhead's
Kansas City
got that
Chiefs.
classic look to it.
It's classic. Their fans are loud as fuck. They're loyal. Like I said, Tampa Bay's. I mean, they have a partnership, and first time ever a Super Bowl team is hosting the Super Bowl in their home stadium, which is kind of
Arrowhead
crazy.
holds a lot more people though.
Yeah. So, it still would be louder, I think. I mean, look at. But here's the thing: even when the Chiefs suck, that stadium was pretty full still because they have loyal fans. When Tampa Bay sucked, you hardly ever saw people at those games.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, I don't think I saw a fan of their games at all this year.
They were that shitty.
Yeah. To think of it, I didn't see fans at many games this year.
The NFL's going under, dude. The
I
XFL's the
know.
future.
Did you hear like Tampa can't fire off their cannons on their in the if they score a touchdown like they usually do because it's considered a home field advantage and they're not supposed to really have a home field advantage.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so they're not allowed to do any of that. It's hilarious. All right, so we're giving the edge to Kansas City in the
Someone
stadium. Just
accidentally does it.
God, how funny would that be? And then they get they get like disqualified.
No, it hits Brady.
Brady, yeah. God. Um, mascots. All right, so um, Kansas City first mascot was called Warpaint. He was obviously an Indian who rode a horse, and obviously they discontinued that in 1989. They were ahead of a certain some team we won't even
Yeah.
mention, but
The
um,
team that doesn't even have a name.
yeah, the nameless team. They're never. I think they should keep that. I like it. Washington football. Look, just think about it.
I don't
Soon as
like it
they,
on Madden.
as soon as they got rid of their name, they made it to the playoffs.
That's true. That's crazy, bro.
Isn't it
It was a
crazy?
curse.
It was. It was. If I mean, it was a curse. I think John Redcorn from King of the Hill put a curse on the team. All right.
Bro, did you know I'm like a quarter Native American?
Really?
Yeah.
I can tell by your hair.
Yeah, that's what gives it away.
Their current mascot is Casey Wolf. He kind of looks like he belongs on like the Chuck E. Cheese
I was about to
stage,
say he just stepped right out of the animatronic.
but this is why Kansas City's mascot's better. You want to know why? He was the first to be inducted in the Mascot Hall of Fame.
Really? That's crazy.
There's a Mascot Hall of Fame, and you know, Micah Tiger's not in it. But there's like, I think there's like 9 college teams in it. Auburn's in it. Wisconsin's in it. Some other
Why would
teams.
Mike the Tiger not be in it?
That's what I'm saying. He's like iconic. But we're obviously going to get Casey Wolf the advantage here because he is in the Hall of Fame, and but I do like Tampa Bay's mascot. His name's Captain Fear,
Dude, that's a great wrestler name.
isn't it? I have a pretty cool game coming up. It's gonna be called Wrestler Name or like this is something I made up. I'm just gonna give you like a bunch of random names and see if you can guess. Cause like if you're not a wrestling fan, I'll be like, is Twin Towers a wrestling tag team? Average person would say no,
The average
but
person
Twin
would be
Towers
wrong.
is exactly Twin Towers is a legit team. And I'm just saying, back in the '90s, the Twin Towers fought somebody called Demolition. Not saying Vince McMahon saw 9/11 coming, but
Vince McMahon did 9/11.
it was such good shit.
It was setting up his new storyline.
God, they ran there. You know, SmackDown was the first show to run after 9/11.
Are you serious?
It was the first live show. I think it was like
Vince is like, "There's money to be made here."
it was like 2 days after, maybe one day after, if I'm not mistaken.
Everybody, shut the fuck up and go wrestle.
Pretty
Don't make
much.
me blow my quads out and go out to that ring.
God, that's like one of my favorite moments in wrestling history. Uniforms. It's pretty close. I do like because if we're going retro, I would give Tampa the edge because I love those creamsicle uniforms, the
Oh, yeah,
old
dude,
ones
the
with
creamsicle is the best retro
with
uniform.
the mascot with like the old Buccaneer logo. It's
With
way
the
better.
knife in his mouth.
Yes. See, like Kansas City's color scheme. This reminds me of Hulk Hogan.
That's not a good memory.
No. So like for uniforms, I'll get Tampa Bay, but you know what's better than wearing a uniform from Tampa or Kansas City?
What's that?
Wearing Sparrow cloth. Did you know they just had a new drop?
Oh yeah, start
Did
of the
you
month.
started one new drop February? This month's theme is "Go Make Yourself," which is a play on "Go Fuck Yourself." It's legit. I think they have what's I think they have a like a hoodie, a long sleeve, and a
Oh,
couple
I've
of
seen
tees.
some of this stuff, dude. I love this month.
Yeah, I like this month too. Like last month was pretty cool. But like if you don't gamble or like, which I don't, but it was still a good collection. This one, it caters to everyone, and it's a short month, so
Even the
um,
Hot Topic kids.
yeah, they got a Reaper hand, which is like if you want to be edgy, or if you just want to look like have a basic T-shirt with a sparrow, go make yourself. It's cool. They have cool colors. If you use code half baked, and you can save you 10%. So everybody head over to sparrowcloth.com. Fuck the Super Bowl. Just go do that instead. There's something else you can do. Go shop on Sparrow.
And don't forget, at the end of the month, it's gone forever.
Yep. And then a new drop will sell. But like, you gotta get this drop. It's because
You can't miss out on this.
you can't. This is my favorite drop so far. Easily my favorite drop. They killed it. And when I say they, Brennan, Tom Brady's not the GOAT. Brennan Toler is the
Brennan
GOAT.
is the GOAT.
He has this awesome line. He has the Moment Makers podcast with him and Ben over there. You'll definitely need to go check them out. You know what else they have over there, Hunter? They
What
have
they
this
got?
special they have a special guest over there quite often. Um, Alex Jones is on their show quite often, and
Really?
you'll never guess who I got for our show.
No.
We got Alex Jones people, so it's very quick. He doesn't have a lot of time. He's a busy man, but we're gonna kick it over to Alex Jones for a couple minutes. So everyone, take a listen to Mr. Alex Jones.
Well, hey, Daniel, Hunter, Daniel Hunter, I'm really glad to be on the show today. The Half Baked Halftime Show. I'm really glad to be here. I'm here about the Super Bowl and a lot of things there with the Bucks versus the Chiefs and the Chiefs versus the Bucks, all those types of things. You know, you know, everybody knows me for Infowars and things like that, and you know the Kama Sutra and all different things like that, and Polyguard, and you know. Columbine, all those different things. People think that I'm some just crazy fanatic, but really I'm just a crazy fanatic for football. You know, I just really enjoy those types of things. I enjoy being involved in the football world. I enjoy, you know, I mean, I saw the other day where the old guy, you know, he just went down and had a big old touchdown, you know, big old touchdown. It just blew my mind, you know. They didn't catch him in time. They almost tackled him, but didn't quite get him. He slipped right out from under, and it was a negative pass, you know what I'm saying? So he went out and he did a full bar against those guys, and so I'm just really excited to see the Chiefs versus the Bucks, and the Bucks versus the Chiefs. So let me just tell you right now, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a giveaway show, if you know what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be a real hog turner, and a real sort of, it's one of those things that just keeps you at the edge of your seat the entire time. I mean, you know, shoot, you know, I was outside with the other day with my youngest, and we were just throwing the ball around, you know, the old football, you know, I was throwing the football around, and we just get to going. It's just one of those wholesome, all-American things, you know. I mean, you get into all these different sorts of things in your day-to-day life. The nighttime and the daytime, the daytime is when it's for the family. It's the daytime for the family and the American people. But I tell you right now, the nighttime is something I just go cry. You get on there, you look up at the EU and all the reptiles that are in there and all the different things, and it just makes you want to go crazy. I mean, the salamanders are turning misogynist, and the reptiles are going to Jupiter. And I don't have enough time. I've been really thankful for you all to have me on your show today here, Daniel and Hunter. And I just want to say I really enjoy the Half Baked Halftime Show, and thank you for having me on. I got to get to bed. It's my bedtime. I'm going to be out of here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Got to go in the info. Y'all have a good one.
Also, we want to thank Alex Jones for helping us with this show. We appreciate him.
Please come back anytime.
Come back anytime, Alex Jones. We love you. We stand behind all your conspiracy theories. We appreciate you coming.
Especially the frogs.
The frogs, man. The frogs. All right, food from each city. I try to look really hard for what food Tampa was famous for, and I couldn't find one. And all I could find for Kansas City was obviously Kansas City barbecue. So
yeah,
for that reason alone,
Tampa would be like seafood, but
seafood, like they're like known for it.
No, yeah, exactly. Tampa Bay's known for like tourist shit.
Yeah, exactly. Kansas City, like they're like kind of like I don't think you'd want a vacation in Kansas City, but it's pretty sure it's a pretty cool town.
It'd be cool to stop through on the way to somewhere.
Yeah, so we're gonna give them the advantage in food. Population. What city do you think's bigger?
I would probably say Tampa.
You would be wrong.
Are you serious?
Kansas City has 486,000. Tampa only has 388,000.
Okay, is Kansas City the biggest city in Missouri?
Bro, we all know it's in Kansas. Trump tweeted last year that it was in Kansas. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Because St. Louis is only 300,000.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that Kansas was such a big state.
Kansas is huge, bro. So Kansas City gets the advantage in population. All right, so famous fans. Who do you want to hear first? Kansas City's fans, or do you want to hear Tampa's fans?
I want to hear Tampa because I'm sure Kansas City has some better ones.
It depends who you ask. If you ask somebody who's out of touch, you ask somebody who's out of touch, they'll probably say Tampa. So Tampa, it was very hard to find. Nick Carter.
Really?
Nick Carter's a diehard Tampa fan. Do you know he even has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo tattooed on him?
My God.
Hulk Hogan.
Well, of course he does.
Dick Vitale.
Okay.
Brittany Snow. She was in Pitch Perfect.
I remember her.
And Giselle. But Giselle really doesn't count because she's Tom Brady's wife. So can't really consider her a fan of the Buccaneers.
I was about to say, that sounds like a porn star name.
Yeah, because Giselle was you know what Giselle is? The supermodel?
I don't keep up with models.
All right. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Kansas City. Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Ant-Man. We could stop right there if we wanted to, and it'd be over.
Yes, exactly.
Rob Riggle.
Okay.
Jason Sudeikis.
Ooh, nice.
Eric Stone Street from Modern Family.
Okay.
Brad Pitt.
What?
David Kochner from Anchorman.
Yes.
In The Office. Henry Cavill, the Superman. I think I'm saying his last name right. Yeah. Superman. Heidi Gardner from SNL. I mean,
I mean, you've already doubled the other list. And the other list was shit.
I mean, I would take Heidi Gardner alone over
Yes.
that other list.
So it's an
All
obvious winner
right.
here.
So we did most famous fans. Now I'm talking people who were born in Kansas City. They don't have to necessarily be a fan, but they were born in Kansas City or Tampa.
Okay.
Um, so in Kansas City, here's one. He wasn't born there, but he moved there at age 10. He's really famous, but he's also passed away now. But if it wasn't for this man, Florida would be even a bigger shithole than it already is. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Walt Disney.
What?
Walt Disney moved to Kansas City age 10. So if it wasn't for him, would anybody care about Florida? Would Tampa even have a football team? Would Florida even be a state?
No, it'd be part of Georgia.
Exactly. Let's see what else. Who else we have here? So Eminem is from Detroit, but he was born an hour outside of Kansas City.
Oh,
So there's also another person, Amelia Earhart, also born in Kansas City.
Kansas
That's
City pumping them out.
so as far as born in Tampa, Jonah Garcia. She lives in Tampa and she's in Reba and Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
No, that's all I have.
What?
Yeah,
Is Tampa really that bad?
it's pretty bad. All right. Um, Music. So I didn't count Eminem. So like I only counted if they were like started their careers in this particular city. So I couldn't count Eminem because he was technically born in or technically had his career in Detroit, and he's obviously everybody knows him because he's from Detroit. Nobody knows he was born in Missouri, or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kansas. Um. Oh, also I forgot. Yeah. Um. So I'm going music. Puddle of Mud was born in Kansas City.
Ooh.
They also have a song that they should remix for me about Brady. I fucking hate him.
He's
You'll
gonna
love
hear
this.
this and send you a really rude letter.
You'll love this one. Tech Nine.
Tech Nine. I never knew he was from there.
He's also a really big Kansas City fan, but I did not put him as a like a famous fan because I wanted to save him for this part, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
All
knew he was
right.
from the Midwest. I did not know he was from. Okay, it's cool.
Yeah. So Tampa has the Outlaws. Have you heard of the Outlaws?
What's one of their songs? I feel like I have.
I wrote this down for you. They have a song called Green Grass and High Tides.
Yes, I know that from Rock Band.
Yep. There's also somebody else. Brooke Hogan,
I
who
wouldn't
hasn't
count
released an
her though.
out
The only reason she even has a career is because of her
because I,
father.
I wish, I mean, if Booker T would have came for Hulk Hogan like he said he would have back in the '90s, maybe we wouldn't have had to deal with her.
Oh my god.
Do you remember Hogan Knows Best?
Yes, unfortunately.
Such a great show. And then we get Brooke Knows Best too.
I remember the episode where they went to get him hair implants.
Yo, God, when it comes crashing down. And I guess you also had technically have Aaron Carter. So I don't even consider Brooke Hogan a music career at all. So you're right. So basically, we have the Outlaws versus Puddle of Mud.
Puddle of Mud, dude. I can list like 3 or 4 Puddle of Mud songs.
Yeah. All right. Sports city overall. So Tampa has the Lightning, which I think, won the Stanley Cup this past year. They have the Rays, who went to the World Series this year, and then you got Tampa, who's in the Super Bowl. I think the Rays went to
Is he?
the World Series this year. God, I'm terrible. We're terrible sports people. I hate
We
baseball.
told
I
these
don't.
people already that we don't pay attention to those sports.
Yeah. So, um, and then the Kansas City has the Royals, and that's about it. No basketball. Neither one has an NBA team, so you almost got to get the advantage to Tampa because they have a pro hockey team.
It seems like when they enter that Florida atmosphere, something just happens to them.
It's like that in LA this year. Like both teams are on a fucking roll.
They're
Like
just
it's
after it.
crazy. Um. All right, you ready for this one? Queer Eye. Queer Eye didn't film in Tampa, but they filmed season 3 in Kansas City.
What?
Yep,
That's a good show.
it's a great show. And all right, and the last but not least, WrestleMania. WrestleMania is in Tampa this year, so I think they should get a point for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can't see them hosting at Arrowhead.
No, it'd be awesome, but they'll never do it.
Oh no, too many factors would play into it.
Yeah, like I don't think they'll ever go to like a Midwest type city.
Those poor people. I can't wait till they come back to New Orleans.
I know. I feel like it's gonna be a while though, unfortunately. So with that being said, it looks like Kansas City is gonna win the Super Bowl, thanks to Puddle of Mud and Queer Eye and Ant Man.
That was pretty close though. It's closer than I thought it would be.
It was closer than I thought it would be too. What? So what's your like bowl prediction for this game?
Highest scoring Super Bowl ever.
I agree. I'm thinking 45-38, Kansas City.
Yeah, that's right around what I was gonna say. It's gonna be it. I hope it's fun to watch. Please make it fun to watch for what I had to go through with these playoffs, the emotional journey.
If it's a stinker, I don't want it to be a blowout. I want it to be close, even though like it'll probably raise my heart rate and like make
I
me
would
hate the
like
game.
for the commercials to be like the sprinkle on top and not what I'm actually watching.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be in for a treat for some good commercials.
Did you hear Budweiser pulled out for like the first time
Yeah,
in a
it's gonna
decade?
be weird.
That's
Seeing, cause
great.
they're like donating all their money. It's like 3.5 million or something to do a Super Bowl ad. It's crazy. Did you hear about the weekend?
No, what happened?
$7 million of his own money he put into the Super Bowl halftime show this year.
What the dude? Can you even fathom having that amount of money?
I can no, not and like and then using that
I
money
can if
and then
everybody listening just PayPal's us or Venmos us $20.
yeah, let's say if you wanted everybody, if everybody just donated us $1, we'd have $2.
I was going to say
Maybe
20 since we only have two people.
yeah. Well, four. We got to count ourselves.
That's true. I'd give myself $20.
Yeah. Well, you give me $20 and I'll give you $20. How about that?
Dude, okay, then it's like we didn't even like spend okay, sweet. I'll give you the 20 that I found in the parking lot.
Good times. Good times. All right. Well, that was a pretty good solid show. We literally talked about the Super Bowl for almost an hour.
It's amazing that we were able to do that and we only mentioned Tom Brady a few times.
That's the way I like it. Yeah, so next week we'll finish our bracket up for best sports movie, and then we have a lot in store for. I think there's a lot of good wrestling. I don't want to get into it now. We'll save it, or we can actually get into like details. But there's a lot. I mean, do you want to give them a little? Should we give them a little like taste of what's going on in the wrestling world? Like a sampler, like a appetizer.
I can sum it up in about a minute. So right now what's going on? GCW finished their 24-hour broadcast that they did with a bunch of other companies and it was pretty awesome. It broke ground. Everything good's going on. They are making the next two blood sports. They're filming them in a closed area with no fans, and you can buy them both at once or buy them individually. And otherwise, it's nothing but death matches everywhere. So if you like death matches, you're having fun right now.
And what happened on AEW tonight?
Oh, AEW and New Japan are officially partners because Kenta attacked John Moxley, and they have a match in New Japan. I don't know if it's in Japan, but it's at the end of the month, so that should be fun.
All right. You heard it here first. It's going to be fun. All right. That's it. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Morning.
Or, oh yeah, it is morning, isn't it? Oh.
Whenever they're listening to this.
If they're, I hope they're listening. Please listen.
If you get to this point, we love you. Because now we're just rambling, so. Bye.
Bye, everybody.